So over the past 10 to 15 years, technology has developed at a drastic rate. But to come to the point that we are at today, there have been various tech fails. So here are 7 of the biggest tech fails that I've taken over the past few years. Without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Before we head on to the video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could like and subscribe to my channel. A sub to the channel would be awesome. I have also left timestamps down below if you want to check out a certain part of the video. So let's start with the video. At number 7, we have the Microsoft Kin. So Microsoft Kin was a smartphone project that aimed to target the younger generation and social media users. It was launched in 2010, but it was discontinued after only 6 weeks due to poor sales and negative reviews. There are 3 main reasons for its failure. They are as follows. So first one would be high prices, second one is bad timing, and the last one is questionable software. So the Kin phones were priced at $50 and $100, which was a little too expensive for the target market. It also had a 2-year contract and also required a $30 per month data plan, which was really expensive for teen users, due to which the price was one of its main issues. The second issue was bad timing. The Kin phones were launched when the smartphone market was dominated by the iPhones and other Android devices such as the ones by Samsung and the ones by HTC. The competitors provide much better features and a much more finished product in comparison to the Microsoft Kin, due to which it was a bad time to launch this device. So the last one was questionable software. So the Microsoft Kin phones had their own unique operating system that was based on Windows, and it lacked many basic features such as a calendar, an app store, a web browser, and even copy and paste. These phones also had poor battery life, slow performance, and a buggy software as well. So all these features coming together made a pretty bad smartphone, due to which this was one of the biggest tech fails to have ever existed. So at number 6, we have the Windows Phone. So the Windows Phone was another attempt by Microsoft to create a smartphone that rivals Google's Android smartphones and Apple's iOS smartphones as well. Well, it was started in 2010 based on a Windows operating system and was then discontinued in 2011 because it did not have that large a market share. There are 2 main reasons for the failure of this device, and they are the fact that Microsoft underestimated the capabilities of Android smartphones, and secondly the fact that this was built on a wrong platform. So firstly, Microsoft did not anticipate how well Google's Android operating system would do in the smartphone market. Android is basically an open source operating system, which means that developers can just install them for free and then make their own customizations for their smartphones, while on the other hand, Windows was strictly for Microsoft itself, due to which they had all control over their rights, just like what Apple does today. But they could not actually meet the same requirements and the same level what Apple provided. Anyways, the second reason was the fact that it was built on the wrong operating system or the wrong platform. The Windows Phone was built on an older version of Windows CE, which meant that this was not actually built to be a mobile operating system. Thus, it was very buggy and did not support many of the apps that other smartphones provided. So these reasons combined together formed a very bad smartphone together, due to which it was one of the biggest failures over the past few years. Okay, so at number 5, we have the Red Hydrogen phone. So the Red Hydrogen phone was a smartphone built by the company Red, which is reputed for their cameras. They make high-end cameras, and this technology was supposed to come in a smartphone, but it did not go as planned. So it did not go as planned due to 4 main reasons. First one would be poor execution. The Red Hydrogen phone was plagued by delays, bugs, and quality issues. It had a bulky and outdated design, a mediocre camera, and disappointing holographic display that was supposed to be its main selling point. Secondly, it had a very high price. The Red Hydrogen phone costed $1,300 for the aluminum build and $1,600 for the titanium version, which was too expensive for most smartphone consumers at that point in time, although today's smartphones do come at this price. The third reason would be lack of support. The Red Hydrogen phone had very limited availability and carrier support. It was only sold by AT&T and Verizon in the US, and it had no official distribution in other markets. The last one would be unrealistic expectations. The Red Hydrogen phone promised a 3D hologram display which was not up to the mark and did not meet the expectations of most of its buyers. So these reasons came together to form a pretty big failure of a smartphone. At number 4, we have Project Ara. Project Ara was an initiative taken up by Google to create a modular smartphone. A modular smartphone is one where the users can actually customize the various parts of the smartphone, such as the display, cameras, battery, etc. Well, this failed for three main reasons. So first one would be technical challenges. So in order to create a modular smartphone, the compatibility and the overall design of the smartphone is very essential. But this smartphone came in multiple technical challenges, such as the power consumption of the various modules and the integration of the various modules to create a good smartphone. It also increased the complexity of building the smartphone and drastically increased the price of the smartphone as well. The second one would be market demand. So Google's Project Ara did not have a set market in mind. That is, they did not know which buyers would be tempted to buy this particular smartphone, and due to the overall complexity of choosing the various modules of the smartphone, it would increase the complexity of buying the smartphone and the overall price of the smartphone as well. At number 3, we have the competition. Project Ara was announced in 2013 and was later on cancelled in 2016. And this period of time is when the smartphone market saw a huge increase in demand and in quality as well. Smartphone companies such as Apple and Samsung dominated the market, due to which the launch of this project was very difficult. At number 3, we have the Essential phone. The Essential phone was built by a company called Essential. It roughly sold about 150,000 units and it was launched in 2017, but it was later on discontinued in 2018. It was discontinued for three main reasons. They are as follows. So the first one was poor execution. The Essential phone faced many issues with its hardware and software quality, such as a weak camera, a fragile ceramic back, a faulty touchscreen, and delayed updates as well. The second reason was high price. The Essential phone was priced at $700 at launch, which was too high for an unproven brand and a device as well. They should have taken the path which OnePlus did, which was to create flagship killers which provided a flagship experience at lower prices. And thus, this might have been a successful smartphone. The third reason was lack of support. The Essential phone had very limited availability and carrier support. It did not support many of the apps that other smartphones supported, due to which many people did not want to buy this particular smartphone. At number 2, we have AirPower. So AirPower was a product that was launched alongside the iPhone X by Apple. It was supposed to be a wireless charger that could charge 3 devices simultaneously, such as an iPhone, an Apple Watch, and AirPods. It was actually launched alongside the iPhone X, but was cancelled in the year 2019. The main points of failure are as follows. So first one would be technical difficulties. AirPower faced many engineering challenges in creating a reliable and safe wireless charging pad that could accommodate multiple devices and coils. Secondly, it had very high standards. Apple has a reputation for delivering high quality and innovative products that meet its own strict standards. The company said that AirPower did not achieve any of those standards, and thus they decided to cancel the project rather than compromising on the quality and performance of their devices. Thirdly, we have the market competition. AirPower was delayed for more than a year after its announcement, which gave other companies time to develop and release their own wireless charging solutions that were very similar to AirPower for a much cheaper price as well, and one which had a better success rate as well. And number 1, we have the Microsoft Band. So Microsoft Band was Microsoft's attempt at creating a smartwatch that would monitor various health features such as heart rate, oxygen levels, etc. It was launched in 2014 but was later discontinued in the year 2016, and all of its online services were stopped in 2019. The main points of failure of this device are as follows. So first one is the poor design. The Microsoft Band was criticized for being bulky, uncomfortable, and unattractive. Secondly, it had a very high price. The Microsoft Band was priced at $199 for the first generation and $250 for the second generation, which was too high for a fitness tracker that did not offer much differentiation from its competitors. Third one would be lack of support. The Microsoft Band had limited availability and compatibility. It was only sold in a few countries and it had no official distribution in other markets. It also had poor app support and integration with third-party services. The last one would be bad reputation. The Microsoft Band suffered from technical issues and customer complaints. Many users reported problems with battery life, syncing, accuracy, and durability. Some users also experienced skin irritation and burns from wearing the device. Anyways, that's been it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'll leave links for both those accounts in the video description. Thanks for watching. This is Techsavage, and I'll see you guys in the next one.